everybody. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're staying safe. Here are your here are your assignments for next week, for the week of April 20th through the 24th. So just like this past week, you'll have 3 more assignments next week. They're pretty short and straightforward. The first assignment you'll have is a Desmos activity. You can access this Desmos activity by clicking on the Desmos link right here, and then when you get to the link, type in this code here into that to get into the correct activity. When you go to the Desmos activity, it's going to be all about algebra review. So what I'm going to start to do the rest of the year is just give you algebra review, since you guys are going to be going to Algebra 2 next year. So I wanted to get you started on reviewing for getting ready for Algebra 2, basically. So everything for the rest of the year will be based on Algebra 1 concepts, just to help you kind of get your feet wet with algebra-based stuff. So everything this week is all about algebra. So assignment 1 is the Desmos activity. It's a marble slide with linear functions. And so I'll just go ahead and real quick show you what you're going to be doing. So after you type in the code and get in, there are going to be slides that you have to work through. And marble slide is really fun because your goal on each slide is to get the marbles to hit all the stars. And you'll see a launch button on the top right hand corner, and you'll see on the left side there might be some instructions. So this first one is just showing you how it works. You just click launch, and you'll see your goal is to, in each slide, get the marbles to hit all the stars that are on the graph. So that's just showing you how it works. And then for each of the different slides, now it'll start to show you different graphs and things like that. So it says change one number in the row below to fix the marble slide. So the marble slide is the line. The line blocks the marbles. So when I click launch, so the line was below the stars, so when I launched the marbles, they fell onto the slide, which is the graph, and they hit all the stars. But what you could do, for example, on other graphs is you can change the number. Like if I changed the y-intercept, it would move the graph up or down. Or if I changed the slope, it would change the steepness of the line. And you can kind of experiment with it that way. But you're trying to base it off of a linear function. As you work through the slides, you'll notice there's different types of graphs. The stars might move around, where the marbles are might move around, and your goal is to try to make the marbles hit the stars. So you can click launch and retry it as much as you want, but I want you to try to get through all of the slides in the Desmos. And so if you don't hit the marbles, if you don't hit the stars on a particular slide, you'll have to retry that one by changing the graph somehow and adjusting the slope or adjusting the y-intercept to get it to get the graph to be where you want it to be, so that the marbles will hit all of the stars. Okay, so that's the gist of the Desmos activity. Pretty straightforward. Your second assignment for next week is another quizzes. This quizzes, all the questions that I pulled were based on things you learned in Algebra 1. And so that should be pretty straightforward. It has a lot of solving equations, some factoring, some multiplying binomials, some graphing, and some other things like that are based on Algebra 1 stuff that you'll probably see again next year in Algebra 2. So this is just kind of helping you think about what's going to come next year. And then your last assignment, just like last week, is to finish any incomplete Delta Math assignments. I'm not going to be assigning any new ones again this week. Your goal is to go back and complete all of the incomplete Delta Math assignments so that you can get full credit for those ones. So no new Delta Math this week. You just got to go back and finish the old ones. So if you're done with the old ones, then all you have to focus on is assignment 1 and assignment 2. As always, please email me if you have questions, or if you don't understand a topic or a question, send me an email so that I can help you out as best as I can. And if you have any other questions or concerns, please feel free to reach out to me.